Hello, hello! How are you, learners? Great to see you again. I'm Emma.
And I'm Max. If you're new, welcome. Hit subscribe so you never miss a new video.
Today's video is going to be all about your daily routine, easy and fun.
Because we're taking you step by step through a full day from morning to night using easy English you can copy and use Shadow My Voice.
Ready? Let's start our daily routine. Before we jump into all the vocabulary, let's start with something simple, a warm-up. Max, how are you this morning?
I'm actually feeling great today. I woke up early, made a cup of tea, and took a moment to enjoy the quiet. It felt really peaceful.
I love that. A calm morning sets the tone for the whole day, and that's exactly why learning daily routine English is so helpful, because it's the language of normal life. It's the English you use every single day.
Yes. When you talk about your routine, you're describing your life story, the small moments people want to hear about. And it's one of the best topics for English learners because it builds confidence fast.
Absolutely. And here's the good news. You don't need complicated grammar. You just need simple present tense, clear time expressions, and a few powerful phrases like I usually, after that, and then I.
Exactly. Today we're going to practice these phrases in a natural way. But first, think about this question. What does your morning usually look like?
Don't worry if you don't know the English words yet. By the end of this video, you'll be able to describe your entire morning, from the moment you open your eyes to the moment you walk out the door, confidently and clearly.
And here's something important. Talking about your daily routine is more than a language exercise. It's a conversation skill. When someone says, "Hey, what's your morning like?" you don't want to freeze. You want to answer smoothly.
Right. And routines also help you organize your English thoughts. When you explain your day in order, first this, then that, you are training your brain to think in English.
So here's what we'll do. In this chapter, we'll set the foundation. We'll talk about why routines matter, what words you need, and how to start your sentences naturally.
And then we'll take you into the real morning routine, waking up, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, having breakfast, everything you need.
But before we go there, let me ask you a question, Emma. What part of your morning is your favorite?
Oh, easy. My first sip of tea. It feels like a small moment of happiness. What about you?
For me, it's the moment I open the window and feel the fresh air. It wakes me up instantly.
See? Even small moments can be beautiful, and they're great for practicing English.
Okay, now we begin the real morning routine. From the moment your eyes open to the moment your day officially starts.
And let's be honest, waking up is not always easy.
No, not at all. Some mornings I wake up and think, nope, 5 more minutes, please.
Same. But let's start with the simple English you can use to talk about your morning.
The very first action is wake up. Not open my eyes, not start my day, just I wake up.
Exactly. So you can say, I usually wake up at 7, or on weekends I wake up later.
Try it with us. Repeat, I wake up at your time.
Nice! Now, the next action is different. Get up. Wake up means your eyes open. Get up means you leave the bed.
And sometimes that takes longer.
A lot longer.
So you can say, I wake up at 7, but I get up at 7:20.
Easy, natural English.
After you get up, many people make their bed. It's a small habit that makes the room look clean.
Yes, I love making my bed. It feels like the first win of the day.
So a simple sentence is, I make my bed after I get up.
Repeat. I make my bed.
Okay, next step, the bathroom. And this part is almost the same for everyone.
First, we say, I brush my teeth. Then, I wash my face. And after that, I take a shower.
3 very useful phrases. Let's put them together. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and I take a shower.
Beautiful. Daily English at its best.
And you can add details. I take a cold shower. I take a warm shower. I shower quickly because I'm always late.
That one sounds like you, Max.
You know me too well.
After the shower, we usually get dressed. Not put clothes, not wear clothes. We say get dressed.
For example, I get dressed for work. I get dressed in comfortable clothes.
And if you want to talk about choosing clothes, you can say, I pick out my clothes.
But get dressed is the most common, simple phrase.
Now let's move to one of my favorite moments, breakfast.
Yes, the energy of the morning.
Many learners forget the simple structure. I have breakfast or I eat breakfast.
Both are correct. So you can say, I have coffee and toast. I eat eggs in the morning.
Try this pattern. For breakfast, I have.
For breakfast, I have cereal. For breakfast, I have yogurt and fruit. For breakfast, I have too much coffee.
That is true.
The last part of the morning routine is leaving the house.
And the key sentence is, I leave home at.
Simple and powerful. Examples. I leave home at 8. I leave home early on Mondays.
And if you want to talk about transportation, you can add, I take the bus. I walk to work.
So a full sentence might be, I leave home at 8 and I take the bus to work.
And that is the complete morning routine, from waking up to walking out the door.
Now that we've left the house, it's time to talk about getting to work and what happens when the workday begins.
And don't worry, even if you're a student and not working yet, these phrases are still helpful. You can use them for school, university, or any place you go in the morning.
Exactly. So let's start with the first step, how you get to work.
In English, we use very simple verbs for transportation. Listen carefully. I walk. I take the bus. I take the train. I drive.
That's it. No long sentences needed. If you want to add time, you say, it takes.
For example, it takes 20 minutes to walk to work. It takes 15 minutes by bus. It takes 5 minutes by car.
And here's a very natural English sentence. My commute is short. Or, my commute is long.
Commute means your travel between home and work, a very useful word.
Okay, you arrive at work. What happens first? Different jobs have different routines, but the English is surprisingly simple.
For example, if you work in an office, you might say, I turn on my computer. I check my emails. I make a to-do list.
A to-do list just means a list of tasks you need to do that day.
If you work in a store, you might say, I open the shop. I turn on the lights. I get everything ready for customers.
If you're a teacher, like me, you can say, I prepare my lessons. I write on the board. I get the classroom ready.
The important thing is this. Describe your first actions clearly and simply.
Here's a great word. Colleagues. These are the people you work with.
Yes, not my work friends, not my team people. In English, we say my colleagues.
For example, I talk with my colleagues in the morning. My colleagues are friendly.
And here's a useful phrase. We work together.
Simple, natural, perfect for everyday English.
Now, every job has different tasks, but here are very common verbs for talking about work.
I help customers. I answer emails. I organize things. I make phone calls. I check information. I meet with my team.
Notice how simple the sentences are. You don't need big vocabulary to describe your day.
Exactly. Keep everything short and clear. In real conversations, this is how people speak.
Now, after the morning work, we arrive at another important moment, lunch.
Yes, and the key phrase is very easy. I have lunch at.
We finished the morning, enjoyed lunch, and now it's time for the afternoon.
And let's be honest, the afternoon is the part of the day when many people start to feel sleepy.
Oh, definitely. The after lunch crash.
But don't worry, the English we use in the afternoon is simple and super common. Let's go step by step.
After lunch, most people go back to work or back to class. So you can say, I go back to work at 2 p.m. I continue my tasks.
Very natural English. And here's some useful afternoon actions. I answer more emails. I finish my projects. I help customers. I have a meeting.
Meeting is a big one. You can say, I have a meeting at 3. I meet with my team.
Easy, right? No complicated sentences needed.
The afternoon is when people often feel tired. So here are some simple phrases you can use. I feel sleepy. I need more energy. I drink another coffee. It's hard to focus in the afternoon.
Yes, focus means to concentrate. So you can say, I try to stay focused. I focus better when I listen to music.
And if your job is busy in the afternoon, you can say, the afternoon is the busiest time, or we get many customers in the afternoon.
The afternoon is also when people chat a little with their colleagues, just short conversations.
Very true. You can say, I talk with my colleagues during a break. We share ideas. We plan for tomorrow.
Simple, friendly English for the workplace.
Okay, now we move to one of the best moments of the day, finishing work.
Yes, the sweet freedom.
Before finishing, you might do some final tasks. For example, I clean my desk. I close the computer. I organize my papers.
If you work in a shop or restaurant, you can say, I clean the floor. I turn off the lights. I close the register.
And then you use the key verb, finish.
You can say, I finish work at 5 p.m. I finish at 6 on busy days. I finish early on Fridays.
This is one of the most important sentences in daily English. I finish work at.
Perfectly natural and super common.
After you finish work, you can describe what you do next. I leave the office. I leave the shop. I head home.
Head home is very natural English. It means go home.
You can also say, I walk home. I take the bus home. I go home with a friend.
Or, I feel tired after work. I feel good after a productive day. Productive means you did many things.
So that's the afternoon and the end of the workday. Meetings, tasks, finishing work, and finally heading home.
We move to one of my favorite parts of the day, the evening routine. Dinner, relaxing, hobbies, all the cozy things. We've worked hard, we've finished our day, and now it's time for the evening.
My favorite part of the day, The moment you walk into your home and think, finally.
Yes, the moment when work is over and life feels calm again.
So let's walk through a simple, natural evening routine in English. You'll see how easy it is to describe your night step by step.
The very first thing many people do at home is change clothes.
Same. I walk into my apartment and immediately change into something soft and cozy.
In English, we say, I get changed. Not change clothes me, and not wear home clothes. The natural phrase is simply get changed. For example, I get changed into comfortable clothes. I get changed right after I get home.
After changing, it's usually time to think about dinner. Cooking, eating, ordering, anything is fine.
Here are easy ways to talk about dinner. I make dinner. I cook pasta. I eat dinner at 7:30.
If you don't cook, you can say, I order food. I buy takeaway.
And don't forget to practice this structure. For dinner, I have.
For dinner, I have soup. For dinner, I have chicken and rice. For dinner, I have too many snacks.
That feels seen. After dinner, we usually clean a little. Short sentences are perfect. I wash the dishes. I clean the kitchen. I wipe the table.
And you can combine them. I wash the dishes right after dinner.
This is a daily routine for most people, so it's great vocabulary to know. Now, we move into the best part, relaxing.
Yes, this is where your personality shows. Everyone relaxes differently.
You might say, I watch TV. I watch a series on Netflix. I read a book. I play video games. I call my family.
Or I listen to music. I scroll on my phone. I sit on my couch and do nothing.
That is a valid activity.
It really is.
Some people also exercise in the evening. You can say, I go for a walk. I go to the gym. I do yoga.
And if you have scheduled activities, you can say, on Tuesdays, I go to the gym. On Fridays, I meet my friends. On Wednesdays, I have my book club.
These patterns help you describe your weekly routine, not just your daily one.
Toward the end of the evening, we start to slow down. We wind down. That means relax before bed.
Sentences you can use. I turn off the TV. I take a warm shower. I prepare for bed.
Or, I try to relax before sleeping. I avoid my phone at night, even if that's not always true.
Very true. So, that's the evening routine. Getting changed, eating dinner, relaxing, and enjoying your time at home.
In the next chapter, we're moving into the night routine, brushing teeth, reading, setting your alarm, and finally going to sleep.
You're doing an amazing job.
One of the most peaceful parts of the day, the night routine.
Yes, the quiet moment when the world slows down and you prepare your body and mind for sleep.
And the English you need for this part is simple, gentle, and very useful.
Most nighttime routines begin in the bathroom. Here are the most common actions. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take off my makeup. I take a shower.
All very natural English. And you can connect the phrases using and or after that. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I take a shower and after that I get ready for bed.
Notice that we don't say prepare my bed or do my bed routine. We simply say I get ready for bed.
After the bathroom, many people prepare a few things for the next morning. For example, I set my alarm. I lay out my clothes for tomorrow. I check my schedule.
set my alarm is a big one. You will use this almost every day.
And if you're a planner, you can say, I make a plan for tomorrow. I write a to-do list.
But if you're like me, you just say, I forget to set my alarm, and then panic.
Now comes the softest and calmest part of the night, relaxing in bed.
Some people read, some people scroll through TikTok, some people fall asleep immediately.
Here are natural English phrases you can use. I get into bed. I read a book. I watch short videos on my phone. I listen to calming music. I reflect on my day.
Get into bed is super common. We don't usually say enter bed or go inside bed. We say get into bed.
And to describe how you feel, you can say, I feel relaxed. I feel sleepy. I'm ready to sleep.
Finally, it's time to sleep. The phrase we use is very simple. I go to sleep, or I go to bed.
They mean almost the same thing. I go to bed is about the action of getting into bed. I go to sleep is about actually sleeping.
You can also say, I fall asleep at. For example, I fall asleep at 11. I fall asleep quickly.
Or if you're like Max sometimes, I fall asleep very slowly.
Hey, I'm working on it.
To finish the routine, you can talk about how much you sleep. I sleep for 8 hours. I only sleep 6 hours. I need more sleep.
And the natural ending to the day is, then I sleep. Or, and that's the end of my day.
Soft, simple, beautiful English.
So that's the full night routine. Getting ready for bed, relaxing, and finally drifting off to sleep.
In the next chapter, we'll review all the important vocabulary from today's video. Usually, after that, relax, get dressed, take, finish, and many more.
This review will help everything stick in your memory.
Our quick and powerful vocabulary review.
This is the part that helps the words really stay in your brain. So let's go through the most useful phrases from today's routine. 1. Usually.
Usually means something you do most days.
Max. Example, I usually wake up at 7.
2. After that.
A great connector. It puts your actions in order.
I brush my teeth. After that, I take a shower.
3. Get dressed or get changed.
Emma, get dressed means put on clothes.
Max. Get changed means change into different clothes.
Emma, I get dressed in the morning.
Max. I get changed when I get home.
4. Take.
Max. English loves the verb take for routines.
Emma, I take a shower.
Max. I take the bus.
5. Relax, relaxed.
Max. Relax is the action.
Emma, I relax by reading.
Max. I feel relaxed in the evening.
6. Colleagues.
Max. People you work with.
Emma, I have lunch with my colleagues.
7. Finish.
Emma, a very strong daily routine verb.
Max. I finish work at 5.
Putting it all together. Emma, listen to this example. I usually wake up at 7. After that, I get dressed and have breakfast. I take the bus to work and talk with my colleagues. I finish work at 5 and relax at home.
Max. Simple, natural, perfect English.
Emma, you're learning fast.